Hi friends, so for this week question, some of the examples of organizational impediments, how will you handle them as a scrum master? Okay. Impediment. Impediment is nothing that blocks the developers in their progress or in their creation of a valuable uh, increment or valuable piece of software in a sprint, or otherwise which is restricting the team in achieving their sprint goals, or in the intrinsic level of progress. So that is so called impediment. uh, Along with that, I would like to deem a quote: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes a way. So ideally, this quote, beautiful quote, what it is saying is that we may take some actions, but if you are having some impediment, our actions will be more advanced. And also, if something is standing in the way, which is blocking us, will become the way to travel towards our goal. Okay, so that is what impediment. Yeah, if we are struggling or if you are facing some challenges in our life, that challenges will become the path for our success. Okay, that is what they are also here. The quote is also emphasizing the same point. So, what could be the possible impediments? Yes, the question is like, how will you handle them as a scrum master? But before that, I would like to iterate what and all could be the possible impediments. So, first things maybe, uh, I would like to start from the team level. So, some team members may be very ill. That is one impediment we can face. Or unforeseen or undesired changes in the team composition. Say, for instance, few members may be part of the team which may not have some idea about some advanced technology or tool, whatever it is. So, that time, or someone will be available, some may not be available that in that sprint. So, that is also a kind of impediment for us to progress. Issues with tooling of the developers, scarcity of skills may not that sufficient to provide the to produce some increment, lots of technical debt, unavailability of product owner, problems with the suppliers who is supplying some resources to us, or whatever it is. Okay, something physical, some services, either anything can be. Okay, undesired pressure from management to finish some task or activities, which is making our team more stressed. These are all a kind of organizational impediments, or at least a program level or portfolio level impediment. Okay, and then conflict between the team members, this is something with the team level. And lots of unimportant meetings the developers has to attend, this is again also a team level impediment, because developers are constantly attending so many meetings, continuously attending so many meetings, which is not at all adding any value. And the next thing is that restrictions to the team environment. Okay, so this is a kind of again organizational impediments. And an indecisive product owner or stakeholders which cannot make some decisions quickly, based on the market changes and situations. So this is again kind of a team impediment. Okay, so before pitching into this impediment solution or handling things, first, as a Scrum Master, we should be very conscious on the decisions about removing impediment. First thing, a few questions you should ask to yourself first, okay, before you start something. Is it really an impediment, or is it something developers they by themselves can resolve it? Okay, or do we actually need to remove this impediment? Is it like with us or with the developers, or who can do this? And just ask or post questions, what is the real problem here? Without knowing the real problem, we cannot solve anything, right? Without knowing without knowing the problem and the problem statement, we cannot do this. So please be cautious what kind of impediment as a scrum master we can be involved, or developers themselves, because we as a scrum master always foster self-organized teams. We should adhere this, then only we can provide or bring or scale our developers to the next level, right? Then coming to the answer, how to tackle impediments as a scrum master. So the first thing is that really we want to ensure this point: stop spending time and effort in solving the wrong problem. Okay, impediments are there, some impediments which is within our boundaries, some may not be in our boundaries, so we should dive into that, and we need to look whether the solutions or whatever we are trying to solve is worthwhile, or otherwise we can take it in some other different ways or approach. That one we should ensure. Okay. And the next thing is that collaborate with your product owner or key stakeholders, and be transparent to them and ensure how we can solve this impediment along with your developers. And most of the time, we as a scrum master should follow the scrum values of courage. We should be very brave and creative in removing impediments along with our scrum team. Okay. So we should know what kind of actions we have to take, and that courage we should have to propose some solutions to tackle this impediment. Understand the organization and its ways of working and how this process can be followed. And my organization, what I'm currently associated there, the process is little bit likely higher end, so I need to understand how this process works, then only I can pitch into the impediment resolving and all. Okay. Again, individuals and interactions are more essential than process and tools. However, process is also a little bit vital. It's like over, it's not like we are neglecting process and process and tools in scrum and agile. Okay. And improve transparency by using an impediment board. You can use some impediment boards, and you can say that, see, this is how we are having our impediment, and this is how this impediment travel, either it is a repetitive impediment or is it a unique impediment, how long it is in the backlog or not backlog, how long it is in pipeline or work in progress status or something like that, and how quickly we propose some solutions or we resolved it. That way we can provide. Okay. And understand the difference between blocks and impediments. Okay. Blocks is something, it's blocked, but impediment is which is reducing or slowing down or progress, or block, yeah, kind of slowing down or progress, or somehow it is also not letting us to progress to that extent along with our sprint. Okay. Then use a sprint goal to track your impediment or tackle the impediment, because sometimes the impediments what we are having may not directly impact our sprint goal. Okay. That item, sometimes we can do some alternative approaches we can do, or we can go ahead with some of the solutions also, which may not directly impact our sprint goal. So keep in mind about the sprint goal when we are using our impediment. And in a common case, don't wait until the daily scrum to raise an impediment or SOS to showcase or let everyone knows. So don't wait for scrum of scrum, or daily scrum to make sure that this impediment is can be resolved. Okay. We as a scrum master should pitch in whenever we identify our team member is not progressing. Okay. And another one good technique is a waste snake, is a technique used to know how much time are we spending dealing with an impediment and how frequently is this impediment occurring. I will let you know in some shorts about this waste snake technique. Probably you might have heard about this technique. Okay. So this technique is really helpful not only to identify the impediment, and it is helping us to resolve the lean waste, kind of waste. Okay. So thank you, friends. This is what my answer. Looking forward for your opinions also. Thank you.